The person who scored highest on the SAT in your graduating class? They probably made some of the worst life decisions you've ever seen. And the person who barely graduated might be running a successful business right now. This isn't coincidence, it's psychology. Intelligence and good decision-making are not the same thing. In fact, they often work against each other. And if you're watching this channel, you're probably experiencing this paradox right now. Let me paint a picture that'll make you uncomfortable. You spend 3 hours researching the perfect restaurant for a date. You read 47 reviews, check 3 different apps, analyze the menu, look up the chef's background. Then you show up and spend 20 minutes staring at the menu because now you have too much information to process. Meanwhile, your friend walks into any restaurant and orders in 30 seconds. They enjoy their meal. You're still calculating whether you made the optimal choice. This is called the intelligence trap, and it's destroying your ability to live your life. Here's what's happening. Your brain is incredibly good at analysis. It can hold multiple variables, see complex patterns, and generate endless possibilities. These are strengths until they're not. The same mental processes that make you excel at work, school, or creative projects become weapons against your own peace of mind when applied to everyday decisions. Smart people suffer from what psychologists call analysis paralysis, but it goes deeper than just being indecisive. Your intelligence creates 3 specific problems. First, you can see too many options, where others see 2 choices. You see 17. Each option branches into more possibilities until you're drowning in potential outcomes. Second, you can predict problems that don't exist yet. Your brain is excellent at pattern recognition, so it starts generating worst-case scenarios for every choice. You're solving problems that may never happen. Third, you mistake thinking for progress. Because analysis feels productive, you keep doing it. But there's a massive difference between thinking about a decision and making one. The solution isn't to become less intelligent. It's to understand when intelligence helps and when it hurts. The Intelligence Decision Framework, Category 1. High stakes. Irreversible decisions. These deserve your full analytical power. Choosing a career, buying a house, major relationship decisions, medical choices. For these, your overthinking is actually protective. Use it. Category 2. Low stakes. Reversible decisions. This is where intelligence becomes a liability. What to eat, which movie to watch, what to wear, which route to take home. Your brain treats these like Category 1 decisions, but they're not. Here's the psychological reality. Your brain cannot distinguish between choosing a life, partner, and choosing what to have for lunch. Both activate the same decision-making circuitry. The 2-minute decision rule. If a decision can be reversed or has minimal long-term impact, you get 2 minutes to decide, maximum. After 2 minutes, you pick option A or B based on gut feeling and move on. Why 2 minutes? Neuroscience research shows that your first instinct is usually based on pattern recognition from past experiences. It's your unconscious mind rapidly processing information. But after 2 minutes, you're just adding noise. But here's the real breakthrough. You need to redefine what a good decision means. Most overthinkers define a good decision as the optimal choice among all possible options. This is mathematically impossible for complex decisions and unnecessary for simple ones. Instead, redefine a good decision as a choice that moves me forward and I can live with the outcome. The Satisficing principle, Nobel Prize-winner Herbert Simon discovered that the most successful decision-makers are satisficers, not maximizers. They look for decisions that are good enough rather than perfect. Maximizers, overthinkers, consider every option and try to pick the absolute best one. Satisficers set criteria for good enough and pick the first option that meets those criteria. Research consistently shows satisficers are happier, less stressed, and more decisive. Maximizers are more successful on paper, but less satisfied with their choices. Practical implementation for daily decisions. Before you start analyzing, ask, can I fix this later if I'm wrong? If yes, decide in 2 minutes or less. For bigger decisions, set a decision deadline. I will choose by Friday at 5 p.m. This forces your brain to work within constraints instead of analyzing indefinitely. The X of October 10 rule. How will I feel about this decision in 10 minutes? 10 months? in 10 years. This instantly reveals whether you're overthinking something trivial. Here's what changed everything for me. I started tracking my decisions. I wrote down choices I agonized over and choices I made quickly. 6 months later, I reviewed them. The decisions I spent hours analyzing. It's about the same success rate as the ones I made in minutes. But the quick decisions left me with more time and energy for things that actually mattered. The paradox of choice research. Psychologist Barry Schwartz proved that more options make us less happy with our choices. When you have 3 options, you can analyze them all. When you have 23 options, your brain starts cutting corners and you end up less satisfied no matter what you pick. Your intelligence makes you aware of more options, which makes you less happy with whatever you choose. The meta skill. The real skill isn't making perfect decisions. It's making decisions quickly and then committing fully to making them work. Your brain wants certainty before acting. But certainty is a luxury you can't afford if you want to actually live your life instead of just thinking about living it. Here's what I want you to try this week. Identify one decision you've been overthinking for more than 3 days. Set a timer for 2 minutes and decide. Yes, it'll feel uncomfortable. Yes, you'll want to gather more information.
Decide anyway.
Then come back and tell me what happened. Did the world end? Or did you realize that most decisions aren't as permanent as your brain makes them seem? The comment section is full of overthinkers who've discovered that good enough. Decisions made quickly beat perfect decisions made never. If you're ready to stop letting your intelligence work against you, the next video breaks down the exact decision-making framework I use for everything from daily choices to life-changing moves. It's called the Clarity Protocol, and it's specifically designed for people who think too much.